Hey, what's up everybody? This is going to be my SES 141 design project, and my name is Adam Noel, and I was going to go about showing how much power it typically takes for me to make my daily lunch, which consists of basically a sandwich, a side, and some water. So we'll basically run through that as the kind of the design project itself, just to get a grasp of how much energy is consumed both in watts and joules. And I'll take you through a step-by-step of pretty much how that goes through each process just in my daily life. So to begin with, we'll start off with getting into the kitchen, and usually the first thing I do when I get into the kitchen is I turn on the lights. So in my kitchen I have 2 bulbs currently, and each of those bulbs is about 40 watts. So we got 80 watts total. So that'll be step 1 of getting into the kitchen before we actually make the lunch, but then we'll get into the actual process of making the lunch. And that starts off with me getting some bread. So there's 2 slices of bread here, and then we're gonna go to the toaster. So the toaster, we're gonna put both of these in for, they usually toast for about 20 to 30 seconds from what I know. The toaster itself, it takes up about 1200 watts of energy. So that's using up energy right now just to toast up this bread. And then from there, we're gonna go to the refrigerator. So the refrigerator and both the freezer. So the fridge itself is 700 watts of energy, and the freezer is about 350, just on the type of fridge and everything. So in the fridge, we're gonna grab some rice-a-roni, which I eat on a consistent basis. So to keep that cold, it's gonna take about 700 watts of energy just in general. And I'm also gonna grab my water from the fridge. So that's another way that that's keeping it cold. Then we're gonna turn our attention to the freezer. So we're gonna be using that whole 350 watts of energy because it makes my ice. So we're gonna grab a little bit of ice to put in my water because I like to get the water extra cold. So we'll throw in a couple ice cubes to that. So that'll be our energy consumption from the freezer. So then going back to the toaster, it's still toasting. Looks like it's more towards a minute of time for that toaster. And then for the rice-a-roni, we're gonna put it into the microwave. So the microwave is kind of a typical microwave. Usually that uses about 700 watts of energy. So we're gonna toss this guy in. I'll put about a minute. So that's a minute of the wattage that we got. So the wattage we said earlier was 700. So right now that's in the process. Toaster's still going. We've used all of our other appliances so far. And another thing just to note, as I'm in my apartment right now, the air conditioner is currently running, and that's about 3,500 watts of energy. So that runs probably for the time that I've been here, so like about an hour. So that's a lot of energy just to consumed by that alone, the 3,500. So we're gonna wait for the toaster and the microwave and everything to end, and then we'll put together our final result and see how that looks. The microwave just finished heating up the rice-a-roni, and the toaster also completed. So we're gonna grab our toast, which comes out of the toaster, nice and toasty. Gonna be used for the sandwich. So there's that element of lunch so far. So we got that brewing up. And then we're gonna go back over here, grab the rice-a-roni, which is heated, ready to eat. So that's 2 of the little things right now. We're gonna go back into the fridge. So with the fridge, we're gonna use some meat. Usually I use some roasted chicken. So that roasted chicken will be what we use. So once again, we're relying on that fridge to provide the food we need for it. So then we're gonna do a little breakdown of my sandwich, and I hope you enjoy that. Typically I use about 3 slices of meat, so that keeps it pretty simple. I don't really know what I'm feeling today specifically, but we'll put that guy back where he goes. It's kind of disaster at the moment, but grab some buffalo sauce. I like buffalo, so we got our nice buffalo for the sandwich. That'll be completed. Some rice-a-roni, some water, and I think that'll pretty much do it If I go to my pantry, grab some chips, pantry doesn't use any energy. So that's pretty much what it looks like when I make my typical daily lunch. So after making the lunch, we can just do a little analysis of how much energy it took after I broke down each step. So basically accounting for all the wattage that I described for each of the appliances and things like the air conditioner, the freezer, the microwave, all of that, I pretty much accumulated to around 5,830 watts, just going through each of the appliances and adding all of that up. So that's how much wattage typically my lunch takes when I'm making it each day. And then when we do the conversion to joules, just to get the energy also, we're gonna account for time. So to get joules, you are gonna do wattage times your time. So that's gonna be in seconds. So I did a lot of second estimates. So the toaster I did about 2 minutes, so 120 seconds. Microwave was a minute. Everything else took about 5 minutes. So we'll go with 300 seconds as our unit of time. And then when you add all of those totals up, it totals to about 1,537,200 joules of energy. So I think that really is a testament to how much energy it takes each day just to make a simple lunch like the one I did today. And I think it was a good evaluation of how the course itself comes up in our daily lives and how energy is pretty much in everything we do. And just a simple thing like making your lunch really displays how much energy, both in watts and joules, it takes to make just a sandwich when it comes down to it. But this was my design project. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And once again, I'm Adam Noel.